Alright YouTube, I ain't playing no games with Lumens anymore, so today we're up in the ante. What's going on everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things, and today we're taking a look at a package that I just got from Thrunite. There is a very heavy, very beefy flashlight in here, just one flashlight in this big box, and if I had to guess, I would say this is unlike anything that I've ever looked at light-wise in the past. I figured I've done so many EDC pocketable flashlight videos in the past that it might get a little bit boring. This, however, is definitely going to be switching that up, and I'm excited to see what's inside of this, so let's get into it. Don't be mad at me, I already peeked because I was excited to see what this thing looked like, and it is the TN36 limited kit. Inside the kit they include a sheath with the light itself, which I'll get to in a second, a lanyard and some replacement O-rings for the weather sealing on the light, typical instructions, as well as a charger. This is an external dock type of charger and it includes 18 650 batteries, 4 of them. This thing is going to be no joke. So I'm going to pop these batteries on the charger, get it plugged in. That way we can go outside tonight once the sun goes down and see what this thing can really do. Now here is the light itself in a nice padded little sheath. You could throw this on a belt or a MOLLE enabled backpack if you have one. Look at those LEDs. Whew, this thing is like holding a beer can in your hand. So as you can tell by the title of this video, this little thing is a complete beast boasting 11,000 lumens. 11,000. To put that into perspective, the sun on a very bright sunny day at like 12 noon is putting 10,000 lumens on a square foot anywhere on the ground. So technically speaking, this thing on its turbo mode at full power is brighter than the sun in a square foot. That is why I'm excited about this little thing. Everything that I reviewed in the past was like 900 to 1200 lumens, but this is just taking it way past all of those, and I'm excited to see what this thing can actually do. It gets all of that insane brightness from 3 Cree LEDs down inside these orange peel reflectors. It is IPX8 rated, so it should be good for submersion up to about 2 meters. On the inside, this is where you will load the 18 650 batteries once they're done charging. Slip that whole module inside, screw the head of the light back on, and it's just a single switch operation, making it pretty damn simple. If you press and hold that switch for 2 seconds, you will get a Firefly Mode, which gives you 3 lumens for about 28 days. You can obviously stand this thing on its tail cap, so I could just leave it on and have like a reading light for almost an entire month. And then for the regular low to high modes, this uses Thrunite's Infinity Mode. Basically what that means is when you click this light on, it will be in low mode running at 96 lumens. And then if you press and hold the switch again, it will progressively step up all the way up to the highest mode of 8,000 lumens. Once it reaches the highest point, it will blink to let you know that you are at its max output. And then if you continue to hold or press and hold again, it will eventually step down back to the lowest mode. It's pretty neat to have that infinite adjustability. A lot of other lights are just low, medium, high, and turbo. Speaking of turbo, if you double click this, that's how you access the 11,000 lumen mode. When you're running the light with that many lumens pumping out of this thing, it's obviously temperature controlled. So if you're using this in normal situations and cooler temperatures, chances are that it's gonna run normally. However, if it does heat up too much, it has a technology that it will slowly step down. That way it will avoid damage to the LEDs or any other component of the light. It's got some nice knurling around where the batteries are stored, giving you some good grip. There is no strike bezel on here because this thing really isn't a tactical flashlight. I would say this falls into more of a utilitarian search type of light. Just because this light isn't turbo doesn't mean that it does not have a strobe mode, so if you double click and you're in the turbo, you simply double click again and then you will get the strobe light. And I promise I will show you guys all of this as soon as the sun sets. So those are some of the quick specs of this light. If you want to pick up this light alone, it runs about $180. And then if you want to pick this up as a kit with all of the accessories, batteries, and charger, it runs about $240 to $250. That might seem like a lot of money for this package, however, it does feel really high quality. You're getting a lot, and 1100 lumens, come on man, you can't beat that. Buying just the light itself, it's like $1.50 per lumen. That seems like some good value. So if you want to find more about the technical specs of this light and where you can buy it, I will leave links in the description down below. Now I'll just wait till it gets dark and those batteries charge, and then we will head outside and see what this thing can really do. Alright guys, finally outside. I was hoping that I could find somewhat of a dark place, but living in the middle of Miami, it's kind of hard to do, so I came to this park. Unfortunately, they still have the park lights on. This is a baseball field that I'm at. I'm dealing with what I got. If this ends up a little inconclusive, I will go back and just turn all the lights in my apartment off and show you guys what it looks like there. So here we go with the first mode. I'm just gonna hold in the button for 2 seconds, and that will give us the Firefly mode. So about 3 lumens, and as you see or can't see, it's really dim. Obviously, that's the whole point of it. Now I'll click the button once, and that will put me into the infinity mode. So this is about 96 lumens. As you can imagine, the flood on it is very, very wide, and this is at the bottom of the infinity mode. So if I press and hold the button, which just happens to be illuminated, press and hold that down, and the light will slowly increase all the way up until 8,000 lumens, where it blinks, and now I'm at the peak brightness. That's not even full brightness, and that is insanely bright. I almost feel bad shining this like where people are walking right now. So I'll press and hold the button again, and it will slowly decrease back down to the low 96 lumens, and now I'm on the lowest setting. Now it's time for turbo. I don't want to draw too much attention to myself, but here we go. Double tap on the button. Boom. That is a lot of lumens. That pole right there is probably 80 to 100 feet tall, and it lights that thing up no problem at all. Obviously, anything on the ground right here is super blown out, but yeah, this is a really good, almost like a spotting type of light. Click it again and it will turn off. Now the light is getting a little warm in my hand, but like I said, if you leave it on the turbo mode, it has that smart technology that it will slowly diminish the light over time. That way it doesn't fry any of the components in this thing. Let's hit 11,000 one more time. It's even lighting up an already lit baseball field. Crazy, crazy bright. I'll double tap one more time to get into the strobe mode. That would definitely blind someone if you're using this as some sort of a self-defense deterrent. And then again to turn the light off. Alright, so that was the test from the outside. Again, I apologize for the light pollution. Kind of can't help it living in a city, but this thing is still pretty damn impressive. I might as well try this for the fun of it, so let me turn off these lights and see how bright I can actually make my apartment. Alright, here we are on Firefly mode. It looks like a firefly, doesn't it? Now I'll go into the infinity mode. This is the low setting. Get a decent, reasonable amount of light for being indoors. Now let's bump this thing all the way up to 8,000 lumens. Slowly but surely. Yeah, that's about all the light you need for a flashlight. Might be a little bit overkill. I could just set that there in my completely dark apartment and finish this entire video. And that's not even the brightest setting. Turbo mode. Woo! That is bright. I think if I keep that thing charged, I can just never turn my lights on in my apartment and lower my electric bill a little bit. It doesn't seem like it's diminishing at all either. That is just insanely bright. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave this here for the rest of the video. So yeah, as you can see, that thing is impressive as hell. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, if I will use it at all, but like I said, I could just run that thing all the time and not even have to turn lights on in here. Thanks to Thrunite for sending that out for me to check out. If you guys want to check one out for yourself, of course, links are in the description as always. If you have any questions about it, I probably can't answer all the technical stuff, but maybe you could give me some ideas of cool things that I can do with that light. So if you're new to the channel, consider clicking subscribe. I make new videos every week, and that is going to be all for today. Oh yeah, it's getting a little warm. I feel like the Statue of Liberty. That's gonna be all for today. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.